pemas So, therefore, if you agree the reincarnation means is actually is not physically we are born from past life. That doesn't mean is physically we will be reborn again in future. That's not true. Physically we are born from parents. Means the genes, the lineage is from parents. That's clear. So therefore, it's physically this continuity is from hundreds, thousands, millions years before. I don't know how many people you believe the Devon system, the explanation, the scientific way, how changes or the proofs, the transformation of the physical human lineage is from millions years before, from animal like monkey. Still, is that not cannot be? It's just circumstantially and moments first. But this continuity, substantial physical lineage, also transformations from maybe is very tiny sea animals, like jellyfish. So billions, maybe millions years before, jellyfish also not just existed by automatically, by causelessly. The continuity, the substantial physical lineage of jellyfish also is from the quark, the cell, the tiny cell, the quark, right? So quark also is created from, I'm not a scientist, but is what I understand from the creation of after the Big Bang, Then what do you think the Big Bang is also by automatically? No, of course. Big Bang, I think, is probably is also created by another Big Bang, So billions years before maybe is. So on, this is the continuity of physical lineage, not reincarnation lineage. It's different. So therefore, physically we born from 4 elements created. So therefore, physically we will be also this when heartbeat stopping, breathing circulation stopping, and nerve functions completely exhaustion, and then body will be decomposed. Means it will be gradually exploded or dissolving into of 4 elements. That's clear. Flesh element will be dissolved into the earth. Blood element will be dissolved into water. Our breathing circulation element will be dissolved into the air. And the temperature of our body element will be dissolving into the fire energy. And the cavity of our body, the space, will be dissolved into the space. That is end of the physical lineage in this life. So where is the reincarnation? No questions. Not physically, but mentally we are reincarnated. As mentioned yesterday also, the mental body, the consciousness, our consciousness, our mind, or maybe some traditions say soul. Maybe soul is similar. Buddhism we say consciousness. Some of traditions soul is maybe similar. Point meaning anyway, the energy of clarity, awareness, mind is the basics of reincarnation. So this soul, or doesn't matter consciousness, what you use to clarity, awareness, or thought, or mind. Our mind is not created only by the of neuron system, not mind is created completely from of brain, not. Even without brain, still some child born without brain, but still can live with mind. Several weeks, several months, even was some child they found that's medical Western science. They understand is some child without totally is the memory part of brain is born naturally, but still can live as several years. But says this child still can be memory, can have as more intelligent than other child, sometimes. That means is not 100% is the consciousness is born from neuron system, brain. The memory is not 100% is from brain. The brain is a neuron system is conditions of memory, could be favorable conditions of the intelligent, but that's not could be the causes of consciousness, not. Because if brain is the actual cause of consciousness, then if without brain, how can be consciousness there? Without the brain is the actual cause of memory, then without a part of memory, the brain, and then how can still memory is there? You know. So, but still without memory of brain, they operated, but still can have memory. So this means is consciousness not born from brain. Consciousness not composed better of two genes from father and mother. So therefore the clarity, awareness, nature of our mind is born from past life, clarity, awareness. The past life, from the past life, the clarity, awareness, mind is at the cause, could be cause, and the present moment clarity, awareness is at the effect. That's the we are reincarnated, means that's meaning. For example, so when you fall asleep very deep, and then it's later after falling sleeping, and then start will be dreaming. And then is mind of dream, the dreaming mind. Still you have consciousness in the dream. You can thinking, recognize, remember, and next day you wake up from the morning, you wake up and then you sometimes remember your last night dream, everything. That means is your consciousness continuity is linking from daytimes your consciousness, mind, and linking into the overnight sleep mind. And this dreaming mind is can linking also continuously to that early morning when you wake up, still continuity, the lineage is there. The clarity, awareness, lineage is there. That is not but the physical lineage. Physically, you cannot dreaming. But mentally you can dreaming. That's very clear. Mentally, you can, in the dream, you can swimming pool with some other your friend. You know. But physically, you are sleeping on the bed, maybe with your partner. There probably. You know. But mentally, you can go to New York tonight, in dream, New York with your friend. But physically, you cannot go, and at the moment tonight you will sleep on your bed. Physically, you cannot go to in the New York. It's not possible. But mentally can. This means is mind lineage and physical lineage is not same nature. It's a different nature, but it's dependent each other. So that means is everybody, we are mentally born from past life and mentally through life after of another life continuously, next rebirth. So therefore, what is different qualities? Just born nature, some is very, intelligent, some is unfortunately stupid, dull. The faculty is very dullness, just born naturally. Even is one twin, twins born from same parents, but one is very smart, one is very stupid. One is very peace, one is very rough. One is very kindness, one is very, sadness or something. It's a different one. The twins. Why is different? The genes, maybe you say, one is lucky and made from the father, the good genes. One is unlucky, maybe from the genes or something. You say, but my question still, why this one is lucky and other one's unlucky? Who separated these two? Is karma. That is exactly the energy, the projecting of he or her past. The previous energy is different power. So therefore, the wrong energy is that meeting to of the wrong genes, and better of a power of the red positive energy linking to of the positive the genes, the red perfect, the excellent genes. So therefore, is not the actual cause is not the genes. The actual cause is the projecting karma energy. The genes, good or bad, that is a condition only. So this way, reincarnation we understand like this way, but the karma of cause and effect also we can understand like this way, the influence.